While the premature loss of Dan Blocker, renowned for his portrayal of Hoss Cartwright in the iconic series Bonanza, deeply saddened numerous fans, the multitude of accomplishments throughout his life has offered a semblance of solace. Afflicted by complications following surgery, many fear that Dan's abrupt departure will be an insurmountable grief. Yet Dan Blocker appeared to have foreseen this, leaving behind a legacy of achievements that swiftly alleviated the anguish. Let's take a look back at Dan Blocker's life, and it's not all tragic. On May 13, 1972, the entertainment world mourned the sudden and tragic loss of Dan Blocker, who passed away at the age of 43 in Los Angeles. The cause of his untimely death was a pulmonary embolism, a serious condition characterized by a blood clot in the lung. Blocker had undergone gallbladder surgery at Daniel Freeman Hospital, and complications from this procedure led to the fatal embolism. The news of Blocker's death shocked fans and colleagues alike, prompting a unique response from the creators of the iconic TV series Bonanza. In an unprecedented move, the writers decided to incorporate the actor's passing into the show's storyline that autumn. This decision marked a historic moment in television history, as it was the first time a show had addressed or even mentioned the death of one of its main characters. Although the series did not delve into the specifics of Hoss Cartwright's death, it was clear that the character had met a tragic end. The writers chose to acknowledge the real-life event without explicitly narrating the details on screen. This approach added a layer of realism and emotion to the show, allowing viewers to connect with the characters on a deeper level. Years later, in the sequel series titled Bonanza: The Next Generation, some additional information about Hoss Cartwright's demise was revealed. According to one of the characters in the sequel, Hoss had drowned while heroically attempting to save another person's life. After the unexpected demise of Dan Blocker, Bonanza continued for another season without its beloved character Hoss Cartwright. The 14th season, which turned out to be the final season, concluded on January 16, 1973. Unfortunately, this season marked a significant decline in the show's popularity, with it being described as by far the least popular and least requested season in the show's rerun package. The absence of Hoss left a noticeable void that affected the dynamics of the Cartwright family and the overall appeal of the series. Reflecting on the impact of Blocker's death, co-star Michael Landon, who played Little Joe on the show, revealed years later that he would draw upon the genuine sorrow he felt for his late colleague whenever he needed to convey deep emotions in a scene. The memory of Dan Blocker's passing became a powerful source of inspiration for Landon, highlighting the genuine camaraderie and friendship among the cast members. Dan Blocker's final resting place is in the Woodmen Cemetery in DeKalb, Texas, where he was interred in a family plot. The common grave site is marked by a simple stone bearing the engraved inscription, B. Dan D. Blocker. Alongside him in eternal rest are three family members, his father, mother, and sister. The unassuming gravestone stands as a testament to the familial bonds that extended beyond the television screen and serves as a lasting tribute to the actor's legacy within the Bonanza family. Growing up in Bowie County, Texas, Dan Blocker's journey into the world of entertainment was a serendipitous one. In 1958, he ventured to Los Angeles with the intention of pursuing postgraduate studies at UCLA. However, fate had different plans for him as he found himself drawn into the world of acting, securing roles that would eventually shape his career. This unexpected turn of events marked the beginning of a remarkable journey for Blocker in the realm of show business. Before his foray into acting, Blocker's interest in the performing arts was sparked during his time at Sul-Ross State College. Even with a non-speaking part in a stage play, he discovered a deep passion for the craft, setting the stage for his future in the entertainment industry. Blocker's dedication to honing his skills extended to summer stock in Boston in 1950, where he participated after earning his degree at the college. Beyond his career, Blocker was a devout Free Methodist, reflecting his commitment to his faith. His personal life was enriched by his marriage to Dolphia Parker, whom he had met during his student years at Sul Ross State University. Together, they built a family that included notable individuals in the entertainment industry. Among Blocker's offspring is Hollywood actor Dirk Blocker, who followed in his father's footsteps to make a name for himself in the world of acting. Another son, David Blocker, achieved recognition as a Hollywood producer, winning an Emmy in 1998 for his work on the production Don King, Only in America. Dan Blocker's political affiliations were as dynamic as his career in Hollywood. As a self-identified liberal Democrat, he actively participated in political activities and aligned himself with prominent Democratic figures of the time. In 1966, Blocker was part of the Hollywood celebrity contingent that rallied behind the re-election campaign of Pat Brown, who was vying for the governorship of California against the iconic Ronald Reagan. 2 years later, in the 1968 Democratic presidential primaries, Blocker threw his support behind U.S. Senator Eugene J. McCarthy of Minnesota. McCarthy, known for his opposition to the Vietnam War, attracted a following of progressive individuals, including Blocker, who believed in his vision for the Democratic Party. Blocker's political engagement extended beyond the primaries, as he later endorsed the eventual Democratic Party nominee, Vice President Hubert H. Humphrey, also from Minnesota, in the presidential race against the Republican candidate Richard M. Nixon. Blocker's political leanings were not confined to his public endorsements. He maintained a presence in California, with a residence in Inglewood. Additionally, he possessed an impressive 6,000-square-foot Tudor-style mansion located in the prestigious Hancock Park area of Los Angeles. This opulent residence was situated not far from the legendary singer Nat King Cole's home, adding to the allure of the neighborhood. Following Blocker's time in the residence, the Tudor-style mansion underwent a noteworthy transition. It was later purchased by American heavy metal singer Rob Zombie, who made the mansion his own. This unique piece of Hollywood history became the subject of an episode of MTV Cribs, providing fans with a glimpse into the luxurious lifestyle of the property's famous former owner. In a 2010 PBS special titled Pioneers of Television Westerns, actor Mitch Vogel, who portrayed adopted brother Jamie Cartwright on Bonanza, shared insights into Blocker's personality. Vogel described him as someone who was so easy to get to know, the kind of guy you could go and have a beer with. This glimpse into Blocker's personal interactions emphasizes his amiable and relatable demeanor, endearing him to those he worked with on set. Blocker's interests extended beyond the world of acting, revealing a passion for performance automobiles. Notably, he once owned a 1965 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 396 Z16, a vehicle that held significance as Chevrolet was the commercial sponsor of Bonanza. This high-performance car showcased Blocker's appreciation for craftsmanship and speed, mirroring his larger-than-life personality both on and off the screen. In addition to his Chevrolet Chevelle, Blocker possessed a remarkable racing car, a 1965 Huffaker Genie Mk10. Nicknamed the Vinegaroon, this race car had a notable history in competitive racing. It participated in the 1965 and 1966 U.S. Road Racing Championship Series, as well as the 1966 Can-Am Championship. The car was run by Nicky Chevrolet, adding another layer to Blocker's connection with the automotive world. Dan Blocker's pivotal moment in his acting career arrived in 1959 when he secured the role of Eric Hoss Cartwright on the NBC television series Bonanza. This marked his big break, catapulting him into the spotlight as one of the beloved characters on the iconic Western show. He embraced the role of Hoss, a gentle giant with a heart of gold, and became an integral part of the Cartwright family. Blocker's portrayal of Hoss Cartwright was not just a performance, it was a thoughtful embodiment of values that he held dear. He approached the character with a profound perspective inspired by a statement attributed to Stephen Grellet. We shall pass this way on earth but once. If there is any kindness we can show or good act we can do, let us do it now, for we will never pass this way again. This philosophy infused Hoss Cartwright with genuine kindness and a commitment to doing good, making him a standout and beloved figure in the hearts of Bonanza fans. In 1963, Dan Blocker expanded his repertoire by starring alongside the legendary Frank Sinatra in the comedy film Come Blow Your Horn. The film showcased Blocker's comedic talents, marking his collaboration with one of Hollywood's icons. The experience paved the way for future collaborations with Sinatra, solidifying Blocker's presence in the entertainment industry. 5 years later, in 1968, Blocker and Sinatra teamed up again for the Tony Rome film sequel Lady in Cement. This time, Blocker took on a contrasting role, portraying a menacing, tough guy in the gritty world of detective stories. The film demonstrated Blocker's versatility as an actor, effortlessly transitioning from comedy to more intense and dramatic roles. Stanley Kubrick, the renowned filmmaker, sought to cast Blocker in his groundbreaking film Dr. Strangelove in 1964. The director had approached Blocker for the role of Major T.J. King Kong after Peter Sellers, who played multiple roles, opted not to take on the additional character. However, Blocker's agent declined the script, leading to Slim Pickens ultimately taking on the role. Pickens became famous for the iconic scene in which he rides an atomic bomb while waving his cowboy hat, a moment that has become synonymous with the film. In 1968, Blocker took on the role of John Killebrew in the TV film Something for a Lonely Man. Here, he portrayed a blacksmith who convinced settlers to follow him to California, where they founded the town of Arcana. This Western tale featured a notable cast, including Susan Clark, John Denner, Warren Oates, and Don Stroud, showcasing Blocker's ability to command attention in diverse roles. Expanding his range further, in 1970, Blocker portrayed a love-shy galoot in The Cockeyed Cowboys of Calico County. The film, co-starring Nanette Fabray as a love prospect, featured a supporting cast that included Jim Backus, Jack Elam, Noah Beery Jr., and Mickey Rooney. Blocker's performance added depth to the character, illustrating his ability to tackle both humorous and tender aspects of a role. Additionally, Blocker made an appearance on NBC's The Flip Wilson Show Comedy Hour. This showcased his willingness to engage in the evolving landscape of television entertainment, further highlighting his adaptability and enduring popularity across different mediums. Director Robert Altman and Dan Blocker developed a friendship during Altman's time directing episodes of Bonanza. This connection would later result in a significant opportunity for Blocker in the film industry. In 1973, Altman cast Blocker in the role of Roger Wade for the movie The Long Goodbye. Unfortunately, Blocker passed away before filming could commence, leading to the role being eventually taken on by Sterling Hayden. In a poignant tribute to Blocker, the film was dedicated to his memory, acknowledging the impact he had on both Altman and the entertainment industry. In addition to his success in acting, Blocker exhibited entrepreneurial prowess in 1963 by venturing into the restaurant business. He initiated and secured partial ownership in a chain of Bonanza Steakhouse restaurants. This venture coincided with the popularity of the television series Bonanza, and Blocker played a key role in promoting the restaurants. His involvement extended to serving as the commercial spokesman for the franchise, appearing in character as Hoss Cartwright. Blocker's endorsement and personal appearances at various Bonanza Steakhouse locations helped elevate the chain's profile and contributed to its success. The Bonanza Steakhouse chain, distinct from the later Ponderosa Steakhouses that started in 1965, became synonymous with Blocker's on-screen persona. The concept of associating a popular character with a restaurant chain was a unique and effective marketing strategy, showcasing Blocker's influence not only as an actor, but also as a brand ambassador. Before achieving fame as Hoss Cartwright on Bonanza, Dan Blocker made noteworthy appearances in various television shows, showcasing his versatility as an actor. In 1957, Blocker had a memorable role in a Three Stooges short titled Outer Space Jitters, where he played the character known as the Goon. Interestingly, he was billed as Don Blocker for this particular role, showcasing the adaptability and creativity he brought to his early career. Blocker's presence extended to the iconic Western series Gunsmoke, where he made two notable appearances. His first appearance occurred on August 24, 1956, in the episode titled Alarm at Pleasant Valley, Season 1, Episode 39. Here, he portrayed a cavalry lieutenant, demonstrating his early affinity for Western-themed roles. Blocker returned to Gunsmoke on October 18, 1958, in the episode Thoroughbreds, further establishing his presence in the world of television westerns. In addition to Gunsmoke, Blocker took on a role in the ABC/Warner Brothers Western series Colt .45. In the 1957 episode titled A Time to Die, he portrayed the character Will. This appearance showcased Blocker's ability to seamlessly transition between different Western television series, proving his adaptability and skill as an actor in the genre. In 1957, Blocker became part of David Dortor's NBC series The Restless Gun, where he demonstrated his acting range by portraying a blacksmith and later a cattleman with plans to use his hard-earned profit to return to his family land in Minnesota. These roles highlighted Blocker's ability to embody diverse characters with depth and authenticity. That same year, Blocker added Western-themed crime drama to his repertoire with appearances in at least 2 episodes of Sheriff of Cochise, a syndicated series starring John Bromfield. In addition to his television work, Blocker took on a role as a bartender in the film Gunsight Ridge, further solidifying his presence in the Western genre. Continuing his exploration of the Wild West on television, Blocker made a notable appearance in the Cheyenne episode Land Beyond the Law in 1957, playing one of the outlaw minions named Pete. He also found himself in The Rifleman, contributing to his growing list of Western-themed credits. In 1958, Blocker took on a recurring role as Tiny Boudinger in the NBC Western series Cimarron City, which starred George Montgomery, John Smith, and Audrey Totter. In addition to his involvement in this series, Blocker made a guest appearance in the Walt Disney Zorro series, playing a character named Mule Conklin in the episode The Senorita Makes a Choice. In 1958, Dan Blocker continued to make significant strides in his acting career with diverse roles in several notable television series, showcasing his versatility and establishing himself as a reliable and talented performer. That year, Blocker took on the role of Sergeant Broderick in an episode titled The Dora Gray Story on NBC's Wagon Train. His portrayal of Sergeant Broderick added depth to the narrative of the popular Western series, earning him recognition for his ability to bring authenticity to his characters. Expanding his Western repertoire, Blocker appeared in the Stagecoach episode of the NBC series Jefferson Drum, which starred Jeff Richards. This appearance demonstrated his continued commitment to the Western genre and further solidified his presence in the television landscape. In March 1958, Blocker made a notable guest appearance as Joe, a thief, in the first season of Have Gun, Will Travel. This episode, titled Gun Shy, showcased Blocker's capacity to navigate the complex and morally ambiguous characters prevalent in the world of Western dramas. Continuing his television appearances, Blocker took on the role of Cloudy Sims, a bearded poker-playing rodeo performer, in an episode titled Rodeo on the David Janssen crime drama Richard Diamond, Private Detective. This episode, which aired in 1958, explored the intriguing and suspenseful world of crime within the context of a rodeo setting. In 1959, Blocker added another notable role to his expanding list of credits by portraying Del Pierce in the first episode of the ABC Western series The Rebel. Titled Johnny Yuma and starring Nick Adams, this episode marked Blocker's contribution to a new and promising Western series. Dan Blocker's life took a patriotic turn during the Korean War when he was drafted into the United States Army. This significant chapter in his life shaped his character and instilled a sense of duty that would later become evident in his various roles, both on and off screen. Blocker commenced his military service with basic training at Fort Polk, Louisiana, where he honed the skills that would later serve him well as an infantry sergeant. He was assigned to F Company, 2nd Battalion, 179th Infantry Regiment, 45th Infantry Division. In this capacity, Blocker served in the challenging and often perilous theater of the Korean War, deploying to Korea from December 1951 to August 1952. During his service, Blocker faced the harsh realities of combat, and his dedication and bravery did not go unnoticed. He received a Purple Heart, a prestigious military decoration awarded to those wounded or killed while serving in the U.S. military. Blocker's Purple Heart was a testament to the sacrifices he made during his service in Korea. In recognition of his overall service, Blocker earned several additional military decorations and awards. Among them were the National Defense Service Medal, the Korean Service Medal with 2 bronze campaign stars, the Republic of Korea Presidential Unit Citation, the United Nations Service Medal, the Korean War Service Medal, and the Combat Infantryman Badge. These honors underscored Blocker's commitment, valor, and contributions to the defense of his country during a challenging period in history. What do you think about Dan Blocker's life? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.